Hi everyone. So, of course, it's Saturday. Well, it's going to be Saturday. But anyway, I'm filming this for Saturday. And of course, Saturdays are anime discussion videos. So, for this discussion, I decided to talk about fan fiction. For me, it's something that I definitely really like. It's something I've always enjoyed. I've heard both sides. Some people, a majority of the things I've looked at online, some people don't like fan fiction just because there are some really bad ones. I have to agree. There are some really bad ones out there, but there's also some really good ones. There's some gems. It's like finding a needle in a haystack trying to find a really good fan fiction. And ugh, can't talk today. I've definitely found a few. But first off, let me explain to those of you who do not know what fan fiction is. Basically, fan fiction is where fans of a show or just basically any fandom in general, I've seen several of them, video games, books, of course, anime and manga, movies, plays, all of the above, where fans of the show will basically take the characters and they'll basically, well, write stories. And they pretty much put them in different situations, or some of them are what's called canon, which means they're based off of what the original plot of the movie or the show or the game is about, but they put some twists in to make it just a little bit different, or a majority of the time very different from what the original story is about. Or what they'll do is take the characters and they'll put their own characters together. Like you'll see different pairings of characters. So while some may be canon, like they actually happen in the series, some people may be like, I don't like those two together. I'd rather them be with this one. And basically they can take them characters and they can do that. Some are very, very good. Some are, like I said, have been really, really bad. But yeah, I for one like, really, really like fan fiction. I've read some good ones. How I got started with liking fan fiction was with Inuyasha. I had finished watching the series back in 2008 when I was in high school, getting ready to go into college, and it didn't really finish. For those of you who have seen Inuyasha, you know exactly how it ends. I'm not going to say it. But this was before Final Act was even talked about. It was basically a lot of people were saying it was done with. But I ended up finding fanfiction.net, and I ended up finding a lot of fan fiction, and I was just reading them. And some of them, like I said, were really, really good. Some of them were kind of bad, and some of them were they were okay. But yeah, I myself, I really like it. That's when I ended up finding Inuyasha. And a lot of times, sometimes I base the animes that I watch off of how many fan fictions there are. Because if there's a lot, it's like, yeah, this show's pretty popular. I want to watch this so I can read the fanfics. And some of them don't have a whole lot, but still really, really cool to read. There's several different sites of where you can read fan fiction from. One of the more popular sites is definitely fanfiction.net. I know for a period of time, fanfiction.net got very, very strict as far as their policies are concerned. I don't know if they're still that strict because there's still some good ones on there. But besides fanfiction.net, I had also found mediaminer.org. I found AO3. And recently, probably maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, probably even longer than that, I found out about the application Wattpad that's actually on iPhone. I don't know if it's on Android. For those Android users out there who are watching this video, let me know if Wattpad is an application on there in the Google Play Store or in your App Store in general. Let me know because I definitely don't want to leave you guys out if it is. I do know that it's for iPhone, but on there you can also read a lot of fanfics, and they have several different ones on Wattpad. It's everything from people to, once again, plays, video games, things like that. And even some original stories are on Wattpad. Okay, but I digress. Back to fanfics. But that for me is why I like them. As far as like the bad ones are concerned, a lot of the bad ones that you see, sometimes it's just not that the plot's bad, it's just that the person writing it is probably not the best. I'm gonna be honest, I've never written a fanfic. I've wanted to, but I definitely know mine might not be the best. So I've stayed away from it. But I just like to read them. But some of those I've read are really, really good. And a lot of times it's not even because of the pairings that they choose. Like, for example, one of the really, really good ones that I really read, it is an Inuyasha one. It's one of them that was talked about for years, and it was really, really good. it was got House of the Tales of the Moon or Tales of the Moon, something like that. And basically, the pairing in the actual fan fiction though wasn't Inuyasha and Kagome. It was Sesshomaru and Kagome, and it was actually what got my kick into really liking that pairing. But that one was amazing, and I got to the end, and I was just like, that totally took me on a whole nother ride, and I wish this was an actual part in the show, but it wasn't. But anyway, that's for me is why I like it. As far as for me, my favorite site to go onto for fanfiction, I've dabbled with several different ones, but I always go back to fanfiction.net just because it has so many, and their filters of how you can read the ones you want are pretty. There's just a lot more. So, like for example, you can just search a general term, like you could search for like, I don't know, Inuyasha and Kagome as a story, and it'll pop up a whole bunch. Or you can just search a general term. Like, for example, I know that for the book, dear Lord, what is the name of this freaking book that I'm thinking of? Oh my god, I cannot. It's not even my favorite movie. I can't even remember it. But anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, it has the tent scene, and it's the movie with Robert Pattinson and Taylor Lautner. And yes, it's on the Twilight. There we go. So the movie itself, Twilight. A lot of people were fans of that fandom, and a lot of people wanted to watch, or when they watched the tent scene, a lot of people put their own spin on it, on how they would have actually written the tent scene. And if those of you guys are like, I have no idea what the tent scene is, don't worry about it. But anyway, you could also search for things like mafia, or you could search for just general terms. Like if you want to find a story, a Naruto story, and you put in girl Jinchuriki or anything like that, it'll probably pop up a few stories, and it's searching for that general term that has it in the actual like synopsis of the story, which is really cool. It's really amazing. But besides the point, for that, they also have you could filter out what like rating you're looking for. If those of you guys like, what do they mean by ratings? It's everything from things being like general, like not kid stories, but where there's nothing really bad going on in there. Then they have some that are rated M for mature. So it's like a lot of times there's like drugs, or there's violence, or sometimes there's like a sex scene or something in there. And a lot of times people may not want to read that, and but you can kind of like filter those ones out. They have where you can look for stories that are either complete or still in progress. I always look for ones that are complete because I hate looking at ones that are incomplete and I get to the last chapter and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh wait, it's more? Wait, I thought it was done. So those are the ones I don't like. You could even search it and filter them out by certain pairings that you're looking for. Like if you're like, I only want to look for Naruto and Hinata stories, you can go to Naruto and do the filters, and you can put in Naruto and Hinata and pairing. And it'll pop up just for them as an actual pairing. It'll probably add in a few others if there's multiple ones in the story, but it'll mostly say Naruto and Hinata. That's why I like fanfiction.net. I always go to that website to look for several different stories, and it's always just kept me entertained. So, sorry, I need to, a little bit, tidbit, fanfiction.net, if you guys ever watch this video, please come out with an app for the phone so that I don't have to use my internet, and I have to use my, Safari application on my phone. I would love if you guys made an app. Also, there's a few third-party apps for fanfiction.net, but they're not the greatest. I definitely don't like them, so I always go back to just using it on Safari. Okay, this video is getting really long. But anyway, that's for me. I really like fanfiction. Those of you guys who like it, let me know down below. Let me know what your favorites are, and I'll even recommend probably a few for those of you who like fanfiction. For those of you guys who don't, comment down below and let me know why you don't like fanfiction. If you want to know more about fanfiction, I can make another video as well. But yeah, so anyway, that's my video for today, for Saturday, for anime discussion. Definitely comment down below. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. All right, thanks everyone. Love you guys.